So
They
a
won.
conversation I see a lot. Uh, I'm seeing a lot more, especially after the Super Bowl win. The question is: is Patrick Mahomes greater than Peyton Manning?
No.
Devin, Devin,
My-
Devin,
What?
Devin. Okay, you. Before I
All
even
right.
have to
All
jump
right.
into it,
All
you
right.
tell me why there's any way you could say no.
Okay. Is Kurt Warner greater than Dan Marino? Is Kurt Warner
No,
better than Dan? All right.
I don't
So
think so. Maybe,
Kurt Warner
maybe not. I
has
don't know.
Kurt Warner has 2 MVPs and a ring.
Hmm.
Dan Marino has no rings
Hmm.
and is in most people's top 5 to 7. So yes, has Mahomes had better playoff success and Super Bowl success by miles for sure. He's already got 2 more Super Bowl MVPs and an extra ring. Yes, but Manning was a 5-time MVP and had a God knows how long career. Finished his career with the most passing yards, with the most passing touchdowns. I don't know. He's not. Not like yes. If we're looking at playoff success and Super Bowl success, sure, he had a better career in
Okay,
that sense. But in no means has he had a better career.
okay. What about the first 6 years of Mahomes' career compared to the first 6 years of Manning's career?
I don't know the stats on them.
It's trash, bro. Peyton Manning didn't do
True.
shit.
Sure,
Peyton
but he
Manning
still
didn't
has
do a
5
damn
MVPs.
thing. Yeah, he does have 5 MVPs, but let's
He
be
also
real.
wasn't coached by Andy Reid.
But let's be real. Patrick Mahomes has 3 Super Bowl rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. He's already had a 5,000-yard year with the 50 touchdown piece. Peyton Manning had. You want to talk about things falling in place? Let's be real. The one Super Bowl ring he had, his final Super Bowl ring, Broncos Super Bowl ring, was bullshit. He did not do
Sure,
anything. If you put Patrick Mahomes in Peyton Manning's position, it would have
sure,
been a 40-point landslide the way the Panthers were playing that day.
sure,
And his neck was hanging on by an actual thread. So no,
sure.
I'm not even I'm
All right.
taking that one away. I'm taking that
Question.
one completely away from him. And then
Question.
look at the Super Bowl before that where he got his ass absolutely busted
Sure.
by the Seahawks. So it's like you like he finished with a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, but I can't really accept that because when I say LeBron's the GOAT, it's well he played forever. That's why he has so many points. That's why he has so many. So in the longevity is not respected there. So why now all of a sudden Peyton Manning, his
So I've
longevity leading him to
here's my
having
thing.
so many
I've
passing yards and
actually
so many passing touchdowns makes him better than Patrick Mahomes in any way. Because I'll be real, I got no reason to uh stand for Mahomes and sit here and back him up.
all right.
But it's
Hold on.
just the truth, bro.
Sure. Manning did not have an abnormally long career. Tom Brady had an abnormally long career, 23 years.
Yeah, but
Like that makes sense why he broke all those records. And I'm going to be honest, this is a conversation for another time, but I'm changing a lot of my thoughts on Jordan, LeBron.
in whose favor?
LeBron's.
Okay.
For the first time in my life,
You're doing work.
I
You're doing
actually
work up
went
there.
back and I watched because there was talk of we had talked in the last episode like who can play in what era and whatever, and I went back and I actually watched like the 1990 conference finals, the 1991 conference finals, the 1991 finals. Jordan was actually a guy who he was the guy who made the league less like physical. Like when he was getting beat, like the story is that he packs on muscle to beat the Pistons. No, he was complaining the entire time that they weren't getting the calls. he wanted the game to change because he didn't like the way the Pistons play basketball.
Yeah. But okay,
But
so
all right, but no, here.
Manning, back to Manning.
If Brady retires after 2007, after they lose the Super Bowl,
Okay.
and Peyton Manning
Okay.
finishes out his career, Tom Brady's not the GOAT. Peyton Manning's a better quarterback.
I don't
How
know,
many
bro. I don't know.
No,
You
listen to
can't
me.
do that though. You can't do that because
But no,
because there
can
were
you
so
listen
many
to this,
but
though?
there were so many times Brady beat Peyton after 07. That's not fair. Like you can't do that. Like Brady changed Peyton Manning's career too. So
Exactly.
you can't say
Here's the
that.
thing. Here's the thing. Like, when we talk about, like, domination is a thing. Like, Tiger Woods, when he was on his peak. No, I'm just
I'm
comparing.
hearing you out.
When
No,
he
I
was
got you.
at
I
his
got you.
peak,
I got you.
when he was at his peak in the early 2000s, he was dominating. He ruined everyone's career. Like, no, like, all of these guys who could have had great careers didn't have them. Now, football's a little bit different, but how many quarterbacks are in the league right now? Lamar Jackson's got 2 MVPs.
Be real though. Be real though. Devin, be real. You're telling me the comp for the comp at the quarterback position right now when we're talking about the top guys isn't ridiculous. The skill in the top quarterbacks compared to Peyton Manning's prime, Tom Brady's prime, whoever else's prime is outmatched 100,000 times per. Like
I don't think it's
there's
100,000
there's no,
times. There have been
bro.
great
If
quarterbacks who
you
have done
drop,
nothing.
bro, stop it, stop it.
Right now, we've got a bunch of young quarterbacks in the league.
The talent at quarterback at the top.
But why are we judging quarterbacks on their first fucking 5 years? Why are we pushing and saying that Lamar Jackson needs to win a fucking Super Bowl right now? Josh Allen
We
hasn't
are.
done shit in his career because he hasn't won a fucking Super Bowl.
Why can't we say that?
Because it's 5 fucking years into their careers.
Bro, we watch quarterbacks.
John Elway lost 3 or 4 fucking Super Bowls before he won 2 straight.
Yeah, but the NFL is different now. A lot of these guys are up and gone. A lot of these teams are
All right, but these top 10
ya.
quarterbacks are not up and gone.
But these top 10,
Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, these guys are not up and gone.
I'm saying, but the names you're saying right now, I really think are, if you put it up, matched it up against any era, decade, this right now is the best skill,
Sure.
the best
It's one of the
we'll ever
best.
see from quarterbacks so
Agree.
far.
You've got a for sure top 15 quarterbacks.
If Mahomes
who
is at
are-
the top of that list right now, I'm just answering why it's a conversation because you're like, why now are we having this conversation? It's because of what he's already done.
No, sure, that's fine.
So are you saying that it's just right now he hasn't passed him yet? Like, so what is it going to take? This is kind of like LeBron and Jordan. Like, what's it going to take for him to pass him that?
More than 6 fucking years starting in the NFL. All right, but
okay.
At the same time, a Super Bowl.
If you compare,
for as much as it is a quarterback fucking thing, it's a team fucking statistic. Peyton had great teams, but he was getting beat by the Patriots.
Okay, here. The same thing you said with LeBron or with Tom Brady. If Peyton Manning retired after his first 6 years, Eli's the best Manning. Hands down. So yeah, you can't.
Well, based off of Super Bowl success, but Eli's not even in the conversation.
Based off of everything. We're not talking just Super Bowl success, but let's be real. When it comes down to it, yes, Lamar won MVP. Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP. Which one do you think is going to be talked about more? Which one do you think is going to be more important going into this offseason?
All right, but are we discrediting Aaron Rodgers' career because he fucking hasn't won more than one Super Bowl? He's one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever fucking seen. He's got 4 MVPs.
Yeah.
Also, play-wise, and he's been fucked over by his team 6,000 times.
But you say this and I say this. It's a quarterback-driven league. It's a quarterback-led league.
I know, but
when it comes down to
quarterback-driven.
When it's this close, it is. When it's this close, it is. That's just what it is, bro.
I don't know. I understand the argument for why Mahomes is talked about in the Manning and shit. But also, Eli's not even in the conversation for a first ballot Hall. I mean, he's in the conversation
for 5K and 50 touchdowns. He wasn't doing what Mahomes is doing.
No, I understand.
With the Super Bowls and the MVPs.
But Peyton Manning's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mahomes is if he retires right now.
But if Mahomes has
If he retires right now, he
10
is.
shitty fucking years after this, he's not better than Manning.
Okay, so can you just answer this question then? What would it take?
We're expecting the same thing to happen for the rest of his career.
What would it take?
How many people were looking at Tom Brady in 2011 after he lost 2 Super Bowls and calling him a fucking fraud and a fucking shit?
No, I'll give it to you. Recency bias is playing a heavy effect in this conversation.
Like no one fucking expected Tom Brady to win 3 more with the Patriots and another in fucking Tampa.
Sure, recency bias is definitely playing a heavy role in this conversation, but
Tom wasn't better than fucking Joe Montana after he won 3 and 2 back-to-back.
Joe had 5 or 4.
Yeah, Joe had fucking 5,
4.
but he also had fucking Jerry
4?
Rice.
How many did Joe have? 3?
Joe had 4.
Joe had 3 or 4.
Steve Young had 1.
No.
Steve Young had 1 started. Steve Young was on the team for another.
I'm high. I don't know. I forgot. But either way.
Joe had 4. The Niners have 5.
Okay. So, and still do. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can cap that off, and we're obviously not going to agree. But like I said, you shouldn't answer my question. What is it going to take for Mahomes to pass Manning?
Like I don't think. Okay, here's the thing. I don't think another Super Bowl. Like yes, another Super Bowl soon would. I mean, make another big jump, but I would like to see 10, 12 more years of great quarterback play.
What? 10, 12?
10, not 10,
That's
12.
16, 18 years, bro.
Yeah, that's how long Manning played. Okay, you can
okay,
take out the last 2.
Okay, but let's just say this. If he plays only 12 years and you doubled these 6 years, and this was exactly his career, he's obviously passing Manning. It doesn't matter if he didn't play 18 years.
Sure, but if Mahomes has 8 years of being a shitty quarterback, we're not calling him better than Peyton Manning. Yes, he had a better.
Okay, but what? But do you
he had a better.
Happen?
We don't fucking know. Again,
Devin,
did we expect
Devin,
Tom Brady?
That's the point of this. But that's why we have a podcast. That's what I'm asking you. What do you think? Do you think? I mean, what if you had a pie graph right now, and the chances of him being a shitty quarterback for the next 8 years, or him having a career that could potentially put him above Peyton Manning all time? What do you think? Sure. What's bigger percentage? What's a bigger piece of pie? The latter, right? The latter.
Yes.
The latter. Not the 8-year bum run.
But it's possible.
It's very possible. But
at the same time, this is more than likely the end of this Chiefs winning Super Bowls thing. Mahomes will go on to, like, the Chiefs aren't going to win the Super Bowl every fucking year. We know that.
Bro, they just went back to back, and you know they're going to push. You know they're going to push. You know they're pushing for a third. They're easily. I mean, not to be
if they
like,
three-peat, all right. But 5 years down the road, they're not going to have 5 more fucking Super Bowls. If fucking Mahomes, like Tom Brady's career, he has 2 fucking separate careers where he could have been in the Hall of Fame, and he's got his championships spread out. It took 10 years to win another fucking championship.
Well, same thing with Manning. He won a Super Bowl versus the Bears.
Sure.
And then barely hung on to win a Super Bowl in Super Bowl 50.
But he also won the MVP, the year before that?
That's awesome. But like I said, bro, Lamar won MVP.
55 touchdowns.
Lamar won MVP. But when we're talking about the best quarterback in the league, they're talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Agreed.
There's so many Lamar Jackson Hills I'll die on, but I can't. I can't do this one. I can't, bro. It doesn't matter. You're saying he won MVP, sure. He won MVP.
Did Mahomes? Mahomes has had a way more successful playoff career than Lamar Jackson has to start their careers.
Okay, Peyton.
But we don't judge quarterbacks off of 5-6 years.
Patrick Mahomes, we're not, but we're judging Patrick Mahomes' career, which happens to just be 6 years.
Exactly.
That's not our fault. That's not my fault, though. That's just what his career is.
It is.
So it's not I'm not judging the 6 years.
What I'm saying is there will come a time for the Josh Allens, for the Joe Burrows, for the Lamar Jacksons, for the other quarterbacks to win Super Bowls, to go to Super Bowls.
If they keep getting knocked down by Patrick Mahomes, you got to give it to him. I'll say this: Patrick Mahomes already has a better postseason career than Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Okay.
He does.
Okay.
And that's what I said.
Okay.
But when we're looking at a career,
but we're looking at a career. I mean,
we can't say that. We have no fucking means to say that.
Tom Brady's rings are talked about a lot. So if we're going to
Exactly.
talk about postseason accolades, let's talk about them. Let's not
But
just
I mean,
say.
how? But here's the thing: like we talk about Tom's rings a lot,
Mhm.
but then when we talk about Aaron, we don't talk about rings.
'Cause he
But we
can't.
talk about how great of a quarterback he was.
Sure.
Yes, Brady is a great quarterback, but he also was on an absolute dominant team offensively and defensively.
But the same way you say we could talk about Brady, we could talk about Aaron Rodgers, we could talk about Patrick Mahomes, and we could talk about Lamar and Josh Allen and Justin Herbert and fucking C.J. Stroud. Throw him in there, however
And
great they are. But you know, there's
Jalen
different level. There's different levels. There's different levels to it. Lamar
sure,
and Josh Allen aren't in conversations with Peyton Manning right now.
not right now. Yes,
But
not
the
right now.
fact that Patrick Mahomes already is, you gotta at least acknowledge it.
Sure,
Gotta acknowledge it because it happened. It wasn't some fluke shit. It wasn't, bro.
but
This was
he's
a way
not in the
more legit win.
conversation of.
This was way more legit win than last year to me. They got that holding call and that was game over. This was
See,
a
but that was at least a call on the field. Was a call from the fucking NFL to put the Chiefs in the Super
bro.
Bowl.
Stop, bro. Come on, we
You
can't.
you really think none of it had anything to do? You think this just magically fucking happens? The NFL just
Yeah.
magically
Okay, but for
two
the
teams
Chiefs
end
to
up together.
already be this dominant in the postseason and in Super Bowls before this year, before the whole script thing, for it the same thing to happen again, the same year we're talking about it being scripted, going, see, it's scripted, just because we guessed the most obvious thing that could have happened, which was the Chiefs repeating as Super Bowl champs, doesn't really mean it's scripted. It just means that the team that has been winning Super Bowls the last 5 fucking years won another one.
Sure.
That's all that happened. That's what happened. And you got to give them the credit.